Today I want to look at the medieval Victor of the Chart module in Planet Dance, Jean Crémer's freeware for Windows. You can download Jean's program at www.jcremers.com. To find the module, you go to Horoscope, Medieval Victor of the Chart. And I'm also going to open the medieval traditional chart module and use them side by side. This is the chart for William Burroughs. We've used this chart a number of times for these instructional videos. I've set a couple of the options for traditional chart. I've put in the additional points here and applied the Cuspal rule, which means that a certain proportion of a house is given over to the following house. So you'll see Burroughs' Mercury here is above the horizon by ecliptic longitude, but and in the 12th house it looked at in the orthodox fashion. But if we apply the Cuspal rule, which is derived from Ptolemy's view that the 5 degrees above the horizon belong to the first house, and the first house extended from 5 to 25 degrees below the horizon. And this is Porphyrius house calculations. So the size of the number of degrees adjusted by the Cuspal rule is proportionate to the size of the house. So so there's a couple of options there for you to explore. The Victor of the Chart module is derived from the work of Ibn Ezra, a medieval astrologer from the Arabic tradition, and this method looks at the Almuten or Victor of 5 points in the chart: the sun, the moon, the part of fortune or the lot of fortune, the ascendant, and the prenatal lunation. So the essential dignities for those positions are identified and given a score ranging from 5 to 1, and then the position by house is also scored, and I give the 12th house the lowest score, the 12th and 8th the lowest score, -5, and the 1st and the 10th the highest score, the angular houses rising and culminating. You can find all this information in the help file here so you can find out how the various scores are given. And then the planetary day ruler and the planetary hour ruler is identified and given a score of 7 for the day ruler and 6 for the hour ruler. And the Victor of the Chart is the planet with the highest score when all of those scores are added up. And in Burroughs' case, you can see, perhaps a little surprisingly, that Saturn is the Victor of the Chart by a long way. The second place planet is Jupiter, with just 1/3 of the score of Saturn. And why this is so is because Saturn is highly influential, particularly in the places of the Sun, the ascendant, and the prenatal lunation, which all fall in Aquarius. Mercury also plays a role because it's the Almuten or Victor of the moon and the part of fortune in Burroughs' chart. You can see that both planets are prominent in Burroughs' chart, so we've already identified that all though Mercury by longitude, ecliptic longitude, is above the horizon, it's sufficiently close to the ascendant here to be judged a first house or rising planet. And I think that's true in Burroughs' case, because he built a reputation for his work as a professional writer. Saturn is also a very prominent position, in a prominent position on the IC, the cusp of the fourth house. So by a Porphyry chart, Saturn is counted as an angular planet. You'll also notice that there's a fundamentally important relationship between Mercury and Saturn. They're in mutual reception. So Mercury is in the sign, or one of the signs ruled by Saturn, Aquarius, and Saturn is in one of the signs ruled by Mercury. So there's a very important and powerful relationship between those two planets, and they play an important and powerful role, particularly Saturn, in the calculation of the victor of the chart. You have some options to choose. You can set the bounds variants, and you have 4 choices: the Egyptian, the Ptolemaic, the Chaldean, and the Lilly's, William Lilly's variation of the Ptolemaic bounds. You can set the day ruler for either a sect-based day ruler, so taking account of whether the chart is a day or a night chart, and or you can just choose a diurnal day ruler to rule the whole day. In Burroughs' case, he's a diurnal birth, so that won't make any difference, but for a night birth it will. And for the triplicity rulership, you can choose sect-based single rulers. So in this case, the triplicity ruler is the day ruler of each of these positions. You can choose Dorothean triplicities, in which case each of the 3, the day, the night, and the participating ruler, will be scored. Or you can choose Lilly's triplicity rulership, which is based on 2 rulers, a day and night ruler. And you can apply the cuspal rule there if you wish. So that's the medieval victor of the chart module, used in conjunction with the traditional medieval chart module in Planet Dance, Jean Kremer's astrological freeware, which you can download from www.jkremers.com. Thanks for listening.